4216. Again, 352-427-4216. Then sit back and enjoy the sounds of smooth jazz.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be partly sunny today with a nice afternoon, the high 72 to 76. For tonight, partly cloudy skies, lows ranging from 50 at a few inland spots to 58 along the coast. Another nice day tomorrow with clouds and sun and a high of 73 to 77. And for Friday, mostly cloudy and breezy and warm with a couple of showers, perhaps an afternoon thunderstorm, the high 74 to 78. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Come be swept away with medieval magic by volunteering at the 29th Annual Hogtown Medieval Fair on January 24th and 25th and January 30th through February 1st at the Alachua County Fairgrounds. Volunteers will take tickets, oversee exhibits, or provide breaks for the artists. Become a part of Gainesville's rich tradition of community service. Volunteers will receive a one-day pass. Applications can be downloaded at gvlculturalaffairs.org or call the City of Gainesville at 352-393-8536. We all know the importance of good health, but we may not know the latest advances in medicine that are available to us. Monday at 9 a.m., Bern Paraiso will be our roving medical reporter to tell us about Seven Hill Gastroenterology PA and Dr. Reddy. We'll discuss screening, techniques, and more. So tune in and listen. This is more than news you can use. It's news that could save your life. That's Monday at 9:05 a.m. Real estate is the largest and most personal investment that any of us will ever make. Be sure to tune in Tuesdays at 10 a.m. when Bob Kennedy, owner of Berkshire Hathaway Home Team Realty, will be answering your questions and discussing real estate. So remember, that's Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Call 622-9622 with your questions. It pays to be an informed buyer or seller. This is news you can use from Berkshire Hathaway Home Team Realty and your friends here at WOCA. All right, 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. It looks like a pretty nice day. I don't think I told you the temperature. I think I'm getting bored with the temperature.
Oh.
It's 49 degrees right now, and tonight's low 52. Today's high 73. Not bad. Tomorrow, pretty much the same thing. Friday, pretty much the same thing. Saturday gets a little cooler, a lot cooler, actually. Lows Saturday night in the upper 30s. So some cold temperatures Saturday, cool on Sunday. Not too bad these couple days right now. Anyway, all right. So how you went to see this movie called
Into the Woods?
Into the Woods. Describe it. Who's the star?
Meryl Streep is one of the stars. Johnny Depp is in there. He had a small part. He was the wolf in the Little Red Riding Hood tale, and it was really, really good. It was a musical. My mom really enjoyed it. She said it was more like an opera to her, which I can see. Outstanding talent. Singers, I mean, gosh, it was very, very outstanding. The costumes were incredible. It was a period piece. It was really, really good. Yep, they all did a great job. Something worthwhile to see. And it's really nice to see a musical that hasn't been done over and over and over again. In all these years on the face of this planet, I've seen all the stage productions that are performed every year, and I can't take away from, the stage people because they're really outstanding too with the productions, but it's really refreshing to see something brand new.
Something new, yeah, and it was a Disney movie, right?
A Disney movie, Into the Woods, and it had a nice message in all of the different stories as they came together, So
they take well-known fairy tales, they put them together and make one new story.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep, they do, and it's very, there are some twists and things you don't expect, and it was very, very good.
All right. Let's talk about the President's State of the Union address last night. Let's see. Real quickly, he wants to enact some tax cuts for middle-class families, make child care more available and affordable, including a new tax cut of up to $3,000 per child per year. He wants to help states enact paid leave laws and guarantee Americans the opportunity to earn 7 days of pay and 7 days of paid sick leave. He wants to pass a law to ensure that women are paid the same as men for the same work. He wants to raise the minimum wage. He wants to strengthen unions. He wants to make community college free for 2 years for many students. I know we talked about some of this in the days that have passed. He wants to help cut monthly payments on existing student debt. He wants to pass a bipartisan infrastructure plan. He wants to give the president, whoever's in charge, authority to make new free trade deals. He wants to launch a new precision medicine initiative to research personalized cures for disease. He wants to protect a free and open internet and promote expanded broadband service. He wants to close loopholes that allow companies to shield profits overseas and raise taxes for the wealthy. He wants to have Congress authorize the use of force against the Islamic State. He wants to have Congress begin the work of ending the embargo against Cuba. He wants to implement new cybersecurity proposals, close the prison in Guantanamo Bay, and issue a report on privacy measures at intelligence agencies. Those are the cliff notes from last night's State of the Union address. Mm-hmm. So let's look at them a little bit in detail and hear them. If you didn't watch it last night, I have his statements as well as some statements from Senator Joni Ernst from the state of Iowa, who's also a veteran, by the way. So let's listen to the first soundbite I have is the president talking about closing Gitmo. So listen, this was an interesting one if you watched it, because you would see the camera guy gets, straight A's for this one.
Yeah.
Somebody put the camera on the military guy sitting in the audience there. They didn't look too happy with this one. But here it is. By the way, the phone lines are open. Anything you have to say about this is welcome for the show. 622-9622. Here's the first soundbite.
As Americans, we respect human dignity even when we're threatened, which is why I have prohibited torture and worked to make sure our use of new technology like drones is properly constrained. It's why we speak out against the deplorable anti-Semitism that has resurfaced in certain parts of the world. It's why we continue to reject offensive stereotypes of Muslims, the vast majority of whom share our commitment to peace. That's why we defend free speech and advocate for political prisoners and condemn the persecution of women or religious minorities or people who are lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender. We do these things not only because they are the right thing to do, but because ultimately they will make us safer.
Sorry, I didn't cut out the applause. Sorry. I mean, for the interest of time.
Yeah, right.
As Americans, we have a profound commitment to justice. So it makes no sense to spend $3 million per prisoner to keep open a prison that the world condemns and terrorists use to recruit. Since I've been president, we've worked responsibly to cut the population of Gitmo in half. Now it is time to finish the job, and I will not relent in my determination to shut it down. It is not who we are. It's time to close Gitmo.
All right, so there was a lot of things in that clip right there, and I do have a phone call. I want to take your calls. So I want our listeners to say something, but my 2 cents real quickly is that in watching this, when you realize, and this happens every single State of the Union address, the party who is the president, in this case, he's a Democrat. The Democrats always applaud. The Republicans never do.
Yeah.
It is nutty to me, because if it was me, if I was in there, I don't care what party I am, I would agree with some of those things and not others. You would see me. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't be intimidated by the Republicans to my left and my right. I would applaud some of those things.
Yes.
And I wouldn't others. I don't understand why they don't applaud anything at all.
Yeah.
And why the other team applauds everything. It doesn't make any sense to me at all.
No, they're
it is
limits.
Crazy. It's like being very intimidated by those around you. Well, that's never been my cup of tea. All right, let's go to the phone before we play another clip. Good morning. Thank you for calling in, for waiting.
Thanks, Larry. The Republicans did applaud when President Obama said he wasn't running again, and that happens to be my favorite part of the speech. So
that's right.
That was great.
That's true.
I have to say I only saw the highlights because I really can't listen to the president for more than 60 seconds at a time. But apparently neither can Justice Ginsburg, because she fell asleep during the State of the Union address, and I really can't say that I blame her.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
I don't want to just be down on President Obama, because he did say a couple of things I agree with, and one of them is we need to stop this ridiculous embargo against Cuba and open that country up so the people can get a taste of freedom. That's the only way. So I don't want to just be, 100% against the president, even though I oppose his socialist policies. I'm all for normalizing relations with Cuba, and the sooner that happens, the sooner that people of Cuba might have a chance to be free. And I know other people want to tell us how great the president is, so I'll hang up now. Thanks, Larry.
Thank you. Well, the idea is to listen to each point individually and then have a comment on it. That's the way I look at it. I don't understand. And it is funny that they applauded when he said he won't be running anymore.
Yeah.
And his reply was funny too. You got to admit. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you?
Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Good. How are you?
Good. You're on the air.
Great. Listen, a black man in this country has to perform twice as well as a white man in order to be equal. And President Obama more than doubled the performance of George W. Bush or any of the white presidents that have preceded him. Your listeners can't say one negative word about Obama. He's not an imperial president. We haven't lost our Constitution. He hasn't destroyed the Bill of Rights. He's a rational, intelligent man who gave a great speech. And we're lucky to have him as our president. Wouldn't you agree?
I would say, well, here's what I have to say about what you've said. What I have to say about what you've said is that we have had presidents in my lifetime that have done wonderful things and done some things I didn't agree with. And the same thing is true for President Obama. And I've said this ever since day one. I've never been anti whoever the president is. I've never done the Rush Limbaugh thing.
You've been very anti-Obama.
Me?
You've been very anti.
Me?
Of course.
Give me an example.
Oh, you've been putting him down for a very long time.
Who do you realize who you're calling? Who do you think you're talking to? Give me one example. Give me one example. Give me one example. If you're gonna accuse me of something, I want to hear the example.
All the crazy people live in Manhattan. What do you know?
What?
There's lots of crazy people that live in Brooklyn.
What are you talking about?
You made a comment when the policemen were shot.
Right.
That all the crazy people live in Manhattan. No, my friend. Plenty of crazy people.
You're calling the wrong show.
He sure is.
Hey, hold on.
Upstate.
What is my name? Do you know my name?
Of course. I listen to you every day.
What is it?
Larry.
You never heard me say crazy people live in Manhattan.
Sure. Go play the tape.
When?
When the policemen were killed, when those two cops were killed in Brooklyn, you said that they came from Manhattan. Because all the crazy people live in Manhattan.
Oh, you're kidding me.
You're wrong. Plenty of crazy people live in Brooklyn.
You're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Of course you're wrong. I would never. What?
He never said that.
You want to bet you said that?
Yeah, I'd like to bet you.
Okay, let's play the tape. And if I win, you treat me to dinner at Mark's Prime. And if I lose, I treat you to dinner at Mark's Prime.
I don't eat steak. Look,
Okay, I'll treat you to any dinner.
I don't care. Look.
In Ocala.
Look. All I'm telling you is you're wrong. If you want to prove that I'm wrong, go ahead and find the tape.
I don't have the tape.
They're all on the internet. Everything we've ever done is on the internet.
Okay, I will go
This is
and
the
research
stupidest
it and
argument.
prove you
This is
wrong.
the stupidest argument because first of all, listen to what you're telling me. You're telling me that I have always been anti-Obama. Anybody who listens to the show knows that I take issue by issue and I either agree or disagree with it, and I've never been anti-Obama. I've been anti-policy.
Name one issue from last night that you could possibly be negative about. Name one thing.
I didn't say I was negative about anything last night.
No, you didn't.
You can't.
I didn't say I was.
And her having no shoes and having to put plastic bread bags.
All right.
What
Look,
is he talking about?
look, I'm going to hang up on him.
Yeah.
What the heck is he talking about?
He's got the wrong
No,
person.
he thinks he's talking. He's talking to me.
Yeah.
But he's absolutely wrong.
He is absolutely
First of
wrong.
all, whatever I said about the killings of the two policemen in New York had to do with the guy who shot the two people.
Yeah.
I would never group everybody in Manhattan. And if he thinks I have no clue about what Manhattan is, hello.
Oh, yeah.
I know that city probably better than anybody I've ever known.
Of course. Of course. No, he's
Who the
totally wrong.
hell are you?
He's got no
Who
examples
the hell are
at
you?
all.
And since when have I been the guy who picks on Obama? I've been the guy that has tried to ward off the onslaught of anti-Obama. I am not for the mandated health plan.
No.
That's the one thing you've heard me talk negatively about, but it wasn't the man, it was the plan that I was
Exactly.
talking about. You're out of your mind. I love the way people hear what they think they want to hear. Go look it up. You find that story, I'll look for it too, by the way. And anybody can look up anything we've ever done on here. You go to WOCA's YouTube page, and guess what you're going to find? Every single one of these.
That's right.
Every single one of these. You find it. You show me where I said all the crazy people come from Manhattan.
Yeah.
You've got to be kidding. I was born in Manhattan, pal. What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? We're not supposed to be talking about me anyway. We're supposed to be talking about the address.
Exactly.
And guess what? I have lots of good things here I was going to play. Lots of things I agreed with the president on. But instead, you decide to pull me down your nasty hole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
Good morning. You're on
totally
the air. You better have something good to say or I'm popping this thing off. I'm just going to play rock and roll music.
Good morning.
Hey.
This is Whittler.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
My brother for 40 some odd years.
Oh, this is Beth.
And I have never heard him say anything bad about anybody, anytime, unless, of course, they had murdered someone.
Absolutely.
And the crazy people in
absolutely
and people everywhere, and clearly there's one in Ocala. Oh my goodness! How dare you?
I don't need any stupid steak.
I'm with you. How dare you?
No.
What the heck is that steak
Exactly.
stuff?
What is that?
Thank you, Beth.
He advertised a steakhouse. That's what it is. That's all he wanted to do was advertise a steakhouse.
All right.
He probably owns it.
Crazy. We're supposed to be talking about the speech last night. All right. Thank you, Beth.
Exactly.
Standing up for me. I appreciate that.
Yeah. No, you've never said anything like that.
Absolutely ridiculous. Find any evidence at all.
Yeah. It's never against the person.
This is what I love.
Policy.
This is what drives me nuts, actually, is the way I should say it. We do a talk show. Talk shows have a reputation for being all one-sided. Mm-hmm. The show Robin and I have done forever, since 1980-something, or 1990-something, whenever we started this, late 80s, early 90s.
Right.
We've never been the ones who would be one-sided. We've never been the desk pounders. We've never been the ones who said, this party is always right and that party is always wrong. Mm-hmm. Never. Mm-mm. You all do that. You all do that. Our listeners do that. They tell me all Republicans are good or all Democrats are good and the opposite. Mm-hmm. But Robin and I have never done that. We've taken issue by issue. If you selectively listen to me, that's your problem.
Yeah. Exactly.
Absolutely. And by the way, if you want to talk about debate skills, how bad of a skill is it to try to persuade? He's trying to tell me that I've said something bad about Obama. And I say, give me an example. And then he tells me when I supposedly said something bad about the people of Manhattan. Mm-hmm. What the heck was that? How does that support his statement that I've said something bad about Obama to suddenly say that I've said something bad about Manhattan?
Exactly.
How does that even stand up as an argument?
Yeah, he's got no example.
It's poor debate skills.
Very poor debate
Please.
skills.
You want to hear what Senator Joni Ernst from the Republican Party said?
Yes, I do.
Let me show you something she said.
For 2 decades, I've proudly worn our nation's uniform. Today, as a lieutenant colonel in the Iowa Army National Guard. While deployed overseas with some of America's finest men and women, I've seen just how dangerous these kinds of threats can be. The forces of violence and oppression don't care about the innocent. We need a comprehensive plan to defeat them.
All right, so that's one of the things that Joni Ernst said from the state of Iowa. I thought she did a good job, too. I didn't pick on the president. There's nothing that I said, oh, you've got to be kidding. You've got to be kidding. Come in here someday. Sit with us. Yeah. I invite you to come in here. You want a steak? We'll gift you a McDonald's. It's made out of the same meat.
Exactly.
It's a cow that's got chopped up.
That's right.
The Mark's Steakhouse.
That's ridiculous. What? He's got no debate skills. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And, you can't attack someone. I mean, if you're going to attack them, you come here and do it face to face. You don't do it over the phone.
You can do it on the phone. I'm not saying you have to come here. All I'm saying is that if you're going to accuse me of something, and I ask you for an example, give me an example.
Exactly.
Don't tell me that I said everybody out of Manhattan is bad. Why would I say that?
Yeah.
Why would I say that?
He should have had
That's my old playground. That's my old stomping ground. Are you kidding me?
Exactly.
And by the way, so was Brooklyn.
Yeah,
By the way, P.S. Hello, I've been all over that city.
exactly.
Why would I say that? There's no way I said that.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't. He should have had all the examples ready. He doesn't know how to debate. And to come out of the blue when he knows what your topic is, I just don't understand.
So now that we have a Republican Congress, the president says when, in his State of the Union address, he says when they bring something to him, he will veto it. Here's the statement that supports what I'm telling you.
We can't put the security of families at risk by taking away their health insurance, or unraveling the new rules on Wall Street, or refighting past battles on immigration when we've got to fix a broken system. And if a bill comes to my desk that tries to do any of these things, I will veto it. It will have earned my veto.
Your phone calls are welcome, by the way. I'm okay with you calling in, 622-9622. Here's what Senator Joni Ernst had to say about the health care costs.
These days, though, many families feel like they're working harder and harder with less and less to show for it. We see our neighbors agonize over stagnant wages and lost jobs. We see the hurt caused by canceled health care plans and higher monthly insurance bills. We see too many moms and dads put their own dreams on hold while growing more fearful about the kind of future they'll be able to leave to their children. Americans have been hurting, but when we demanded solutions too often, Washington responded with the same stale mindset that led to failed policies like Obamacare.
All right. The president also said he wanted to raise the minimum wage. Here's that statement.
Of course, nothing helps families make ends meet like higher wages. That's why this Congress still needs to pass a law that makes sure a woman is paid the same as a man for doing the same work.
Well, sir, if you're still listening, I don't disagree with that.
I mean, it's 2015. It's time. We still need to make sure employees get the overtime they've earned. And everyone in this Congress who still refuses to raise the minimum wage, I say this. If you truly believe you could work full-time and support a family on less than $15,000 a year, try it. If not, vote to give millions of the hardest working people in America a raise.
All right, so here's what I have to say about this, sir, because I do agree with some things and disagree with others. What the president was saying there is that we should get paid overtime when we go over 40 hours a week. I don't know that the government should be the one dictating that. I think that should be up to the employer. Exactly. I don't think that should be a federal law. That's my opinion about it. You might disagree. It doesn't mean I dislike the president. I dislike the idea. I also would say this, that while we have to pay overtime for over 40 hours, when you have a health plan that says that an employer must provide a health plan for anybody over 30 hours, and then the businesses say, okay, well, everybody now works 30 hours, suddenly everybody's getting 10 hours less of pay per week because of a health plan that kind of backfired on them. That needs to be fixed. I'm not saying the entire health plan is bad. I'm saying there's lots of problems with it. Exactly. That's what I've said all along. Here's what Ernst had to say. Which one is this? This is about the Keystone Pipeline and the jobs it will create.
We're working hard to pass the kind of serious job creation ideas you deserve. One you've probably heard about is the Keystone Jobs Bill. President Obama has been delaying this bipartisan infrastructure project for years, even though many members of his party, unions, and a strong majority of Americans support it. The president's own State Department has said Keystone's construction could support thousands of jobs and pump billions into our economy, and do it with minimal environmental impact. We worked with Democrats to pass this bill through the House. We're doing the same now in the Senate. President Obama will soon have a decision to make. Will he sign the bill, or block good American jobs.
One of the things, by the way, that I think the president has contributed to our country is this push for more fuel-efficient cars. I think it's a good thing. Not only does it save money, I do think it also cleans up the environment. And sir, if you're still listening, you've never heard me say anything other than I think we need to be good stewards of the environment. Just because I don't buy into the global warming thing doesn't mean I don't think we should do the same exact things that the global warming alarmists are telling us we should do. I just think we should do it to clean up the place. They say we should do it to keep the place cool. I don't know. All I can tell you is that either way, it's the same exact procedure. We clean up the place. We stop putting out toxins into the air because they're no good. Not because they're warming up the environment, but because they're killing the coral reefs.
Yes.
That's an easy one to see because they're causing the life in the Silver River and the Rainbow River to go away.
Yeah.
That's easy to see. Of course I'm for that. I think the policies that he put forward and the emphasis he put on fuel-efficient cars has made a great difference. And I've applauded him for that, and I've said so. Don't tell me I've never said anything good about him. You're full of it. You're so full of it. You must eat steak all the time, and it just runs right through you. That's what I think. All right, and then Ernst said we should honor veterans, which...
We must also honor America's veterans. These men and women have sacrificed so much in defense of our freedoms and our way of life. They deserve nothing less than the benefits they were promised and a quality of care we can all be proud of.
Absolutely. How could you disagree with that, by the way, sir? How could you disagree with that?
Exactly.
You took the segment I was going to do to allow people to talk about what the president said, and instead you picked on me and these listeners by making us seem like all we do is pick on the president. You've never listened to us. You may have had us tuned in, but like most people who think they know how Robert and I stand on things, you are absolutely wrong. Say goodnight.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Graduating than ever before. More of our people are insured than ever before.
Pushing his agenda to help the middle class.
He called for higher taxes on wealthier Americans, free community college, paid sick leave for workers, and a higher minimum wage.
Fox Radio's Rachel Sutherland also vowing to veto attempts to roll back executive actions on immigration, climate change, and health care, which Republicans blasted in their response.
When we demanded solutions too often, Washington responded with the same stale mindset that led to failed policies like Obamacare.
Senator Joni Ernst of Iowa also rejecting the president's call for higher taxes on the wealthy. And a Senate committee today will begin its revision of the No Child Left Behind education law. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Fox News on your time. The Fox News iPad app is ready to go with all the great features from FoxNews.com and our iPhone app optimized specifically for your iPad. Watch the latest clips from your favorite Fox News shows. Personalize the app by creating your own newscast using the video playlist. Listen to Fox News Radio live. Get local weather forecasts. And it's all free. Go to foxnews2go.mobi. That's Fox News, the number 2, go.mobi.
Some people would call him a loser. He ran for state office. He was beaten. He started a business. He failed. He ran for Congress. He lost. He was nominated for vice president. He lost again. But he knew only those who never tried are the real losers. And Abraham Lincoln was no loser. Persistence. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Well, the holiday rush is over, And it's time to return the ties, the knitted sweaters, and those presents that didn't quite make the nice list. And go try something you've always wanted to, like learning to fly. At Ocala Aviation, they make it fun and easy, and you can start by taking one of their Discovery flights. For only $99, you get to go up in the airplane with an FAA-certified flight instructor and actually fly the plane yourself. It's a perfect way to see if flying is for you. And once you get that ultimate feeling of freedom, Ocala Aviation can train you to get your pilot's license. Ocala Aviation also offers commercial flight training for those looking to make a career change and enter the world of commercial aviation. Ocala Aviation is conveniently located at the Ocala International Airport. So if you're ready to start your adventure, stop by or give them a call today. 861-7484. That's 861-7484. You'll be glad you did. I know I am. Ocala Aviation. Your adventure starts here.
Are you tired of not using your home's outdoor space for entertaining or relaxation because of all the bugs and leaves? Consider adding a beautiful screen room or glass enclosure. We are Superior Aluminum and Design, a family-owned and operated business with 20 years experience in the aluminum industry, and we are accredited by the Better Business Bureau. If you appreciate superior workmanship, call Superior Aluminum and Design at 817-8058 or visit us on the web at superiораluminumdesign.com.
The LPGA Tour will kick off the 2015 season right here in Central Florida at the inaugural Coates Golf Championship presented by R&L Carriers, January 26th to the 31st at Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club. Kids 12 and under get in free with a ticketed adult, so bring the entire family to see 120 of the world's best female golfers compete on a nationally televised stage. For information and tickets, visit CoatesGolfChampionship.com.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Thank you. 5 minutes after 8 o'clock. It is, let me tell you, the temperature 50 degrees here at the studios of The Source at the Paddock Mall. Galen Unold is on the phone from Life South to encourage us to donate blood and remind us that when we do, we save 3 lives in the process. It is not a Republican thing nor a Democrat thing to donate blood. It is just a good thing to do.
Exactly.
So therefore, I'm for it.
Good,
because
I'm
it's
glad.
a good thing to do. Just
And
like
we
I would
do it.
applaud the good things that the president says, and I said that just before the guy called up. I said I would applaud the good things.
Exactly.
I
You
wouldn't.
said
I
that.
wouldn't be intimidated by those around me if I was a Republican in this case to not applaud when the guy said something I agreed with. I would be right there, and they'd be looking at me like, "Why are you applauding?"
That's right.
I would not be. I am not a fish. I do not swim in schools.
No.
I am a lone man.
That's right.
Not a lonely man, ladies. I'm a lone man.
Yeah.
Don't need lonely man to be out there. Lone. I'm alone.
Yeah. Not that fella.
But this guy hears nothing.
No.
Nothing. All that he wants is a steak. Go look it up. I'll buy you a steak. If it turns out that you're right, I'll buy you the stupid steak.
Yeah.
I'll come over and I'll put the steak sauce on it for you. I'll shove it in your stupid mouth.
That's right. That's right. Make sure you're wearing a bib, sir.
You better be wearing a bib. No fork for you, pal.
No.
Hand. Hand on
Exactly.
steak in mouth. Push it in.
Exactly.
Calling me up to tell me he knows how I am. This is what they all do.
Yeah.
They all call me up and tell me they know how I stand on something. Why? How do you know? Because I do a talk show? Because talk shows automatically must be all one-sided? Oh, but based on what? Al Franken? Oh, yeah, that's right. He was all one-sided. Based on what? Rush Limbaugh? Yeah, you're right. He was. Well, guess what? That's why we're small time. Because here's the secret, kids. You want to have a big-time radio show? You have to be one-sided. That's the secret. That's why Robin and I like being in Ocala. We can do a small radio show. We don't have anybody barking down our neck who says, "Oh my gosh, you said something that sounded like a Democrat. You better get off the air."
Exactly.
Or you said something that sounded like a Republican. You better get off the air. No, because in the small market owned by a family, and And not some corporate. I love this comment too. Oh, you're told what to say. You're told what not to say. Give me a break. Who tells me what to say? I work every morning to put together these shows.
Exactly. You do. Every show that's here, you create. You work to get all the time.
And I love the debate skills. I'm sorry, Galen. I'm just going. Galen, you know, is on the phone. Hey, Galen.
Well, that was one heck of an introduction, Larry.
I know. What the? I mean, how does that debate skills when you're telling me you hate the president? Show me where I've said that. Well, you don't like people in Manhattan. What the heck? A, I do like people in Manhattan. I'm from Manhattan. And number two,
yeah.
Why? How does that even support your argument? I don't see. I'm sorry, Galen.
Exactly.
We have such
no
a great topic.
skills.
We're going to talk about Subway sandwiches and inflated footballs and.
I know, it's wonderful.
And blood.
Blood, a lot of blood.
Sorry. Go ahead.
And pen flooring.
As I've said a million times, it's important once in a while to get all riled up about something. It just proves that you care. So,
yeah.
For you, man, you have to stand up for yourself. And we've been doing this show a long time. I know there's a couple of things that you and I don't agree on, but I think that's fair.
And let me say something. Let me say something about disagreeing with you or with Robin or with anybody I love. Let me tell you something. When I disagree with somebody I love, it's the same thing as when I disagree with somebody I don't even know.
Mm-hmm.
I try to respect the other person and understand the other person's opinion. But to come right out and say that you have painted me with one color, you are absolutely wrong.
Exactly. Absolutely wrong.
Well, I want to change the subject because I really want to know what you think about this. And I'm being sincere. Did you see that they think they found 2 more planets?
Yeah. In the asteroid belt.
Yeah, they think they're 2 rocks basically that have the same orbit or something.
Yeah, if you can fix the sound of your phone, it'd be a lot better. But yeah, they found but they're like 540 miles across. They're very, very tiny.
Oh.
Right. Yeah, but still, it's kind of interesting.
It is very cool. Yeah, and I thought when they said they found 2 more planets, I thought they meant beyond Jupiter, but they meant between. What? I mean, beyond. I thought they meant beyond Pluto. Is what I meant to say, but they meant between Mars and Jupiter, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's
now you sound
they're
better.
calling them out. They're calling them like outer Neptune or something like that. Planets. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, they must have found others I didn't hear about.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard some.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
In the asteroid belt. Oh, maybe. Wow, I hadn't heard that one. It is interesting. That's where I should go live.
There's going to be somebody that doesn't like that statement either. What, you don't like the planet Earth? You have stuff against the planet Earth? What, you don't like the rainbows? Gee.
If there's anything that we all can agree on is that I don't like Canadian drivers.
Exactly.
You're going to get in trouble for that one day. You just watch.
Well, I've been consistent though.
You have been consistent.
I've been consistent.
You have been consistent.
I haven't wavered.
It's not hard to find that tape.
Yeah.
That's great.
All right, so 2 things I want to talk to you about. One is the deflated footballs. My question about the deflated football story is this. If there's a deflated football, isn't it deflated for all the players, not just one team?
Well, and I'll tell you, it's extremely. My son is just he's borderline devastated when you, and that's part of the whole thing with life is that you realize that people are going to disappoint you, and so I'm looking at it from my son's point of view, and he's just devastated. He's asked me like 3 times. He goes, "Well, why would they do it?" And it's they were trying to gain an advantage, a competitive advantage over the team. I mean, we don't know all the details, but it seems pretty clear that they potentially broke the rules, and we'll see what happens.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, if all the reports are true and based on the current evidence, it sounds true. They deflated or underinflated, I guess, by 2 psi. 11 of the footballs that they tested were underinflated. So, now does that gain an advantage? Absolutely.
Okay, but it's
much easier. It's much easier to throw an underinflated ball.
Okay, so 2 questions I have, I guess, or 3. I have 3 questions. The first is, does this possibly keep them out of the Super Bowl?
the way. I mean, they've always done.
Oh, you're breaking up real bad. I didn't even hear your answer. Galen, you're not even there. I can't even hear you.
No.
It will cost them money. And now, could they suspend the coach for a game? Sure. Could they, take, compensation in a lot of different ways? Yeah, I think they will.
But they'll still be at the Super Bowl.
See how the commissioner says that, but they won't change who goes to the Super Bowl over it.
All right, and the other question I have, because you just answered 2 and 1, so the other question I have is, doesn't the other team play with the same ball? I don't understand this.
No, and again, it's one of those stupid things, and it's a rule that this rule's been around for about 15 or 20 years. I remember being on the sidelines with the Jaguars, and the Jaguars play with when they're on offense, they play with the balls that they have. And then the other team, so let's say in this case the Colts, would play with the balls that they bring. And so what happens is each team gives anywhere between 12 to 24 footballs to the NFL. It says, hey, these are our game balls. And then the officials check them, make sure that they're properly inflated and all of the other things. And then...
you dropped off again.
Before game day.
Okay, well, you dropped off a little bit there. Ah, boy. Okay.
Well, don't they check the footballs before they go, before the game starts?
He just said they did.
Oh, he did. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't hear that part. Sorry.
Can't think again. Hey, by the way, we have do you know who from the, oh gosh, what's your team again called? The Packers?
Green Bay Packers, yeah.
We have George Kuntz coming on in a little bit. Oh, he's gone. I don't even hear him.
Yeah, he's off the phone. He's not even hooked up anymore.
All right, well,
He'll call back.
Well, we do have to take a break. Why don't we take the break right now? That way we're back connected with Galen when we come back. This is The Source, WOCA. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be partly sunny today with a nice afternoon, the high 72 to 76. For tonight, partly cloudy skies, lows ranging from 50 at a few inland spots to 58 along the coast. Another nice day tomorrow with clouds and sun and a high of 73 to 77. And for Friday, mostly cloudy and breezy and warm with a couple of showers, perhaps an afternoon thunderstorm, the high 74 to 78. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Cookies. When you want something special and fun for any occasion, get cookies. That's right. The Great American Cookie Company in the Paddock Mall, Ocala will make a delicious, fun-filled delight just for you. You might notice that I said fun and delicious more than once. That's because I can't say it enough. The next time you're at the mall, be sure and stop by or call 352-237-2557 to place your order.
Cookies.
Yum.
Cookies. We go cookie eating cookies.
The Great American Cookie Company.
Greetings, good citizens. Join Robin Hood and the Sheriff of Nottingham at the 29th Annual Hogtown Medieval Fair, January 24th and 25th and January 30th through February 1st at the Alachua County Fairgrounds. You'll find medieval merriment for the whole family. Cheer on royal knights as they joust for their lady's honor. Watch a living chess match or enjoy performances by gypsy dancers and magicians. Then wander through the marketplace where hundreds of artisans sell their medieval wares. Come one, come all to the Hogtown Medieval Fair.
The LPGA Tour will kick off the 2015 season right here in Central Florida at the inaugural Coates Golf Championship presented by R&L Carriers, January 26th to the 31st at Golden Ocala Golf and Equestrian Club. Kids 12 and under get in free with a ticketed adult, so bring the entire family to see 120 of the world's best female golfers compete on a nationally televised stage. For information and tickets, visit CoachGolfChampionship.com. Career Source Citrus Levy Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source Citrus Levy Marion and learn how they can help you.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. We are located in the heart of downtown Ocala, right next to the historic Marion Theater. I'd like to invite you to stop by and see our new boutique area and meet our staff of professional style.